So if we look at our brand messaging house, there's one element that we haven't yet talked about, and that's that address number. The address number on a house tells you unequivocally, I am in the right place. It lets you know without a shadow of a doubt that that's the house that you're supposed to be visiting. And in our brand messaging world, your address plate, your address of the house is your brand promise. Now, some people call that a tagline, some people call it a corporate signature. I've heard it called a bite-sized brand bio, but think about what that does for people. It allows them to very quickly determine whether you are the one for them. It's an itty bitty, snackable piece of content that completely encapsulates your brand and what you're about. And you can use it just about everywhere. One of the great things about it is that it can be direct, it can be creative, it can be focused on what you do well, it can be focused on what your client needs. It can't be too vague because then it doesn't mean anything to anybody. So it has to be really specific to who you are. Think about your brand promise, your bite-sized brand bio, your tagline, your corporate signature as 3 to 7 words that outline who you are. I think about some of the great ones in financial services in general. Schwab has Own Your Tomorrow, which is a beautiful brand promise because it's just as compelling to investors as it is to advisors. Think about outside of our industry. Apple, think different. I mean, there's nothing more Apple in the world. They can do something a little more creative and non-descriptive of the industry of what it is that they do because they're Apple, right? Amazon, they kind of have a visual brand promise. You know how there's that arrow in the logo? It's from A to Z. So Amazon has everything, basically. We don't need to be that creative about it. We can just think through, what do we know? We know our audience, we know our value proposition, we know our positioning. We can take those things and what are the few words that really encapsulate what it is that we do. This is where I would recommend working with someone who has done branding work and who understands how to encapsulate this in a way that is resonant to that target audience. Remember this, it matters less if you like it. It matters if your audience likes it.